Okay, so now the rambling's over. We're going to talk about flat Earth. And when most people think about flat Earth, they think that the flat earthers are completely crazy. Now, the flat earthers think that you're completely crazy, or I'm completely crazy. I'm not a flat earther, but I do think they're onto something. There's something not right. They have a lot of evidence of something not right. Just something's wrong. Not necessarily that the earth is flat like they think, but something is going on. Now, the first article that I'm going to read to you is quite interesting. Now, this video is not really that polished. I didn't really write a script for it because it's been way too long. So, I figured I'd just do it like this. But the next one will have a script and everything. Today I'm just kind of winging it because it's been taking me forever to get a video out. But this next article really makes me think. This article was written in 2018, and it claims that the Earth is flat. Professionals and military personnel confirm that the Earth is flat. And what they're mainly talking about is pilots. There are so many pilots out there that believe the Earth is flat. And the reason is that when they fly the plane to wherever they're going, they're always flying straight. And you can tell when you're sitting in a plane. You're not flying at an angle. You're always flying straight. And that means that if you're always flying straight and the Earth is, round, you would fly into space. But you don't. We're always flying straight. And a lot of people have been trying to debunk this. And I'm not sure, who's winning the debate. But every time I've been on a plane, I've always been perfectly straight or perfectly even. I've never, been at a curve. The plane has always been perfectly even. So that to me gives these flat earthers a little bit of evidence. And I've also seen them go on the plane with tools, and the planes never curve. They always go straight. And these pilots are coming forward and saying that the Earth is flat. And I find that just completely amazing. Next time you're in a plane, see if see how you're flying. Are you flying at a curve, or are you even? That's all you really need to know, unless there's something else that I've not heard. But when even pilots come forward saying that the Earth is flat, then I listen. Now the next one is that this reminds me of that Christopher Columbus movie in the 1990s. It was a great movie, but Christopher Columbus was sitting with his friend or his child or something, and they were looking at a boat. They were sitting in the sand, and the boat disappeared. And Christopher Columbus said, "That's how I know the Earth is flat." But that's not true, according to flat earthers. Once the boat disappears, and you bring out binoculars, then you can still see the boat. Once the binoculars, you can't see them, you bring out a telescope, you can still see the boat. And I've seen this confirmed on YouTube channels, but how do I know it's not a hoax or something? But if it's true, that means the Earth is not round. So that's another good point for the flat earthers. And people, of course, are trying to debate this. And it shouldn't be that hard, you just get out a group of scientists and go see if it's true. But that's another claim for the flat earthers that no one has really officially debunked. Now, some more good evidence from flat earthers, which could mean many things, not necessarily that the Earth is flat, but they say that there's never been, or we've never seen, a real picture of Earth. And when I saw a documentary about it, it blew my mind. They showed me, which you're going to see now, a picture of Earth where clouds are duplicated on Earth. You know, the clouds set that's over here is the exact same as the cloud set over here, and then these clouds and these clouds, and you're looking at it now, and that is impossible. Why would NASA do that? And this happens in almost every photo NASA releases. And then you look at all the photos taken over the years. Every photo from NASA of Earth throughout the years, the Earth is different. Either it's a different color or, there's just something that's not the same. So they claim that we have never seen a real picture of Earth. And they have some evidence to prove it. I mean, just look at, why would you duplicate clouds on Earth if it's a real picture? What are you hiding? Now, that doesn't necessarily mean to me that the Earth is flat, but it means there's something going on. They're trying to hide something. So that is, another good point. And like I said, I'm not a flat earther, but they bring up some good points. There's something going on, and I want to know what it is. Now, here's another one that the flat earthers keep talking about. There is a bridge that's, I forgot where it is, but it's 300 miles long. And there's no curve in that bridge. And they talk about this a lot. But here is where they got this one wrong. When you build a bridge, you want it to be straight. So, they don't want to curve the bridge. The builders, when they're building things, they want it to be level. So I think they overlooked that, and I think they've overlooked a lot of things like that. So I don't agree with them on this theory that the Earth is flat because of this bridge. No, when you're building a bridge, you want it to be level. Just like when we were building, railroads. We don't want to go up and down with the terrain, we wanted it flat so we could have a comfortable ride. So I disagree with them on this bridge. But this next one is what got me into this whole thing in the first place. Now, there was a man in Minnesota who was taking his daily morning walk, and he looked over, the water, the big lake, and he saw Chicago. I think it was Chicago. Yeah, it was Chicago. And he couldn't believe it. He was standing in Minnesota, and he saw Chicago. And if the Earth was round, there's no way that you would be able to see Chicago. And it was like a perfectly crystal clear day. It was like one of those days where there was nothing, blocking the atmosphere, and you could see forever. And he took a photo of it. And now you're seeing the photo of it. And of course, the argument is it's a mirage. Now, I've seen many mirages, and to me, it could be a mirage, but it just seems too perfect. That looks like we're looking at Chicago. So, I think this will always be debated, but I find it very, very interesting. Because the man claims it, he still claims it to this day that he was looking at Chicago, and he has a picture to prove it. And if the Earth was round, he shouldn't be able to see Chicago, but he did, and he has a picture. And I think this is some eye-opening evidence that the flat earthers might be right. I'm not saying that they are, and I'm not a flat earther, but it opens my mind a bit to the possibility that they might be right. Then we have this one. And this one I think is very, very good. Now, the constellations, the stars, are basically always in the same place. They move a little bit over time, but they're basically in the same place. But if we were a globe, That should be impossible. Well, at least according to the flat earthers. And I've never seen anyone debunk this. But when we look up at the night sky, the stars are always in the same place. And if we lived in and if this was a globe, that would be impossible. So, that goes, a little bit over my head. So I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say on that one. Why are the stars always in the same place? Because for the flat earthers, they say this proves that the earth is flat. Why are the stars always in the same place? If we're a globe, they say that should be impossible. So, there's another one. And the flat earthers keep coming with stuff like this that really makes me question what's going on. And sometimes, a lot of the times, people can't debunk them. And here's another good one, kind of something like the last one, something we don't think about, but the flat earthers say that if the earth was a globe, there should be no, seasons. There should be no summer, no spring, no fall, no autumn. They say that should be impossible, if the earth was round. To me, that sounds kind of crazy, because why would there be seasons if the earth was flat? But it was something I wanted to bring up. They say that, we shouldn't have a summer, we shouldn't have a winter, which is kind of weird, You would think if it's a globe, it would make sense to have 4 seasons. But anyway, they say that it should be impossible, and I wonder why they say that. I read the article, but I want to hear what you guys think about that. Why would it be impossible to a flat earther to have 4 seasons on a globe planet? Very, very strange. But they believe that's undeniable proof that the earth is flat. Another one is, which I think is a pretty good one, is that the horizon always rises. When you're on a plane, when you're walking, the horizon always rises. That should not be true. The horizon should always be going lower, but the horizon always rises. Like if you're on a plane and you look out the window, the horizon, no matter as you keep going, the horizon will rise. It won't go lower. Think about it. That's pretty interesting. The horizon always rises. If the earth was round, the horizon should always be getting lower, but it doesn't. So that's why I'm saying I think the flat earthers are onto something. And it sounds like I'm a flat earther. I'm not, and I'll tell you why I'm not. Because there's just too many people on the space station, too many people that have been in space. Not that many people can keep a secret unless they're being hoaxed. And who can hoax all those people? But how can you explain that? The horizon always rises. That's interesting. And so far I haven't heard anyone debunk it. So that's another one for the flat earthers, at least in my opinion. Now I think there are thousands of these theories, right? And some of them are really good. And some of them, can be debunked, like me about the bridge. I'm not saying I debunked it, but I'm just thinking, they're wrong. But this one is a great one. Now, with all our technology, we cannot truly determine how fast we're spinning. They say that we're spinning, what is it? Let me double check my notes here. Scientists say that we're spinning about 1,000 miles per hour in an easterly direction, right? but that's not true. Because when you fire a cannonball or any projectile, they fall straight down. Now, if we were spinning 1,000 miles per hour, then they should fall due west. But they don't. They always come straight down. So that means our Earth isn't spinning at all. If you shoot a gun straight up in the air, it practically comes straight down. And then it says, in this article it says, helicopters and hot air balloons should be able to simply hover and wait for their destinations to appear underneath them as the Earth spins. This makes no sense. If the Earth is spinning, the helicopters or, hot air balloons should wait for them, whoever they're waiting for, to come to them. But no, that doesn't happen. They have to go to the people. So that means that the Earth is not spinning. And also, the spin of the Earth should significantly change the flight times of Eastern and Western flights. But in reality, there is very little difference in flight times. So, we have, just so many people claiming to have so many answers, but it's all BS. And it's so easily proven that it's BS. You fire a cannonball, straight upwards, it goes right back down, right where you shot it. Bow and arrow, whatever. And that should not happen if the Earth is moving 1,000 miles per hour. Now, what's kind of spooky to me is that they have done many, many tests proving that the Earth is flat. They've done tons of tests. And every time, it proves that the Earth is flat. And I don't know. Like I said, I'm still not a flat earther, but I am very, very curious to all these things they're claiming. So the flat earthers have a lot of evidence making us wonder if the Earth is actually flat. And I can make tons of videos on it. But there's also a lot of scientists and very smart people that prove that the Earth is round. So, it's a great mystery. When they did the laser test, it proved that the Earth was flat. When they did the axis test, proved that the Earth was flat. And scientists, that don't believe that the Earth is flat have done tests themselves. Never on the actual curvature of the Earth, but the way it rains in the southern hemisphere and northern hemisphere and the way the stars move prove that the Earth is round. So, they have a lot of good evidence that the Earth is round. So, this is an amazing mystery, and it's turning into one of my favorites. And I don't know if this could be possible, but what if the Earth is flat and round? Does that make any sense? Doesn't sound like it does. But I'm going to be doing a lot more research. I've just been getting into this. And as you can see, it's the next day. I've been working on this for a long time. And before I go, I just want to let you know that I made a hoodie. I made a bunch of hoodies, but right now I'm just selling the black hoodie. And it's only available for about 24 hours. I don't know why Teespring does it. They put it on a timer. But right now it's available for only 24 hours. And I have a coupon for all my subscribers for free shipping. It's only $34. I haven't even sold one yet. I thought, it looks like a good design to me. But yeah, so if you like the hoodie, pick it up. It'll help the channel. It'll help me make my normal videos again. And below I'll put the code for free shipping. And I reduced the price by $10. Usually it's $44. It's only $34 plus free shipping. So, check out the hoodie, and hopefully pretty soon we'll get back to my original videos. And the reason this video is so long is because I can ramble. I can ramble forever. I wish I could do videos like this, but it's not so fluid, you know? And working with my left hand, putting in the pictures, freaking hard to do. But I got a lot more videos to come, and we're gonna start picking up the pace here. And I have a question too. Would you like me to do live feeds only after a real video? Like, say, after I release this video, we had one live feed and we all talked about Flat Earth on that live video on this channel. Would you guys like that? Or should I just do that on the other channel? Because I know 98% of you don't like live feeds. I love them. They're so easy. I just sit down and talk, you know? But I know you guys don't like them, and I'm not going to do them here. But unless you guys would like to do just that one thing, after a live feed, or after I make an original video, we have a live feed a couple hours later and we talk about it. I think that's a good idea, and I think my regular subscribers would enjoy that. You know, I don't think my regular subscribers enjoy me doing all the silly, crazy stuff I do on my live feeds. That's for the other channel. But I think it's a good idea, maybe just one live feed after original video. But anyway, think about that, let me know, and also check out the hoodies. And I'm gonna get started on my next video. Alright guys, hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you soon, or talk to you soon. What's my outro? This is Paranormal. See, I even forgot my outro. I lost my computer, lost my brain. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and I forgot how to end a video. Thank you for watching. This is the best way to end a video. You just click this button.